What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Awaken. It is time for another Wave 24 start video, and we are moving right along to map number 2, the Ancient Mines. Now remember, if it's a Wave 24 start, then you can use the exact same build if you're doing a pet run and want to start at Wave 13. So that is a very viable option for you. I'm going to go through my stats that are available. These are way higher than what's required, and the general rule with really all of these is if you can fully clear it once, you have a really solid chance of clearing it at a Wave 24 start. So if you get it unlocked, you got a pretty good chance of being able to clear it just from going through it. Now remember, this is all based off of your stuff, so if you get it unlocked from someone else building, then of course you might struggle. But I'm going to bring along some squire walls with 4897 fort, some hunter's traps. We're 1794, 1714, 2192, and 4376 on the power. The apprentice, 1439 fort, 1531 range, 2149 rate, and 3731 power. And an Ara monk, 1669 all the way around, except 3984 power. So let's hop on into Ancient Mines. We're going to do it on mixed mode and get a Wave 24 start here on Nightmare Hardcore. And here we go. Now, one of the big benefits about Ancient Mines is you can avoid a ton of the nightmare mobs just from your build flavor. So I'm going to do a heavy spawn camp here. Now remember, the spiders. This map can have spider problems, and there will be absolutely a bazillion spiders that collect around the core. So you're going to want to make sure that you are focused on getting those cleared, or if you're doing AFK, you can just wait for them to time out at the end of each wave. So let's go ahead and get things started. We start off with 10,000 mana, so looking pretty good. And we're going to go with an explosive trap, an inferno trap, and a gas trap with a squire blockade at every spawn just to get things started off here. Now we are going to want to throw in some auras as well, and we will get to that in a moment, but I just kind of want to piece out the DU available and kind of show you all where I'm going with it here. So let's just rinse and repeat with the exact same thing. And then over on this lane, once again, exact same setup. So explosive trap, inferno trap, and gas trap with a blockade at every lane. Now, of course, we've got the gas trap and the inferno trap, which are both elements. So we do want to get a strength drain R in. And we're going to go ahead and throw in and snare in on top of it on each lane, just to make sure that the mobs are good and parked there. Let's go ahead and rinse and repeat with the exact same setup on both of these. So ensnare aura, strength drain aura, ensnare aura, and strength drain aura. And then that's going to leave us 17 DU left, and you can do whatever you want. Almost so close to death right there. You can do whatever you want with this remaining 17. What I will generally do is go with 2 DSTs. Now, the reason I go with 2 DSTs is to help with the ogres, plus the DST range is so incredible. I can use the DSTs to kind of overlap to some spider killing. So if you look down that way, my DSTs were coming close to the core. Your DSTs may not if your range stat is lower on it, but after a few upgrades, your DSTs will be shooting across the world without any issue. And then I like to throw one more up here. Now, why do I throw them in these wacky areas? Well, it's just to avoid the spider aggro. We don't want spiders getting all uppity. You know what, let's even go back further. Let's go right over here and drop a DST, and then that way it can hit the lanes, but it will additionally give me a little bit of spider support when those spiders are coming out. Now, I do want to get onto a DPS hero just so I'm able to, help out wherever necessary, just to make sure to clear it real quick. As with all these videos, I'm not going to spend that 9,000 mana that's left. I'm not going to do any upgrades. What I probably would do is upgrade both the DSTs all the way to max, and then just scatter upgrades on everything else. But we're just going to go ahead and let it run here. And for the most part, the map will run on its own. Now, the spider buildup will get extreme towards the end, and we are going to want to go down there, clear those spiders out, and lure them up to the DSTs, any of the spiders that are not coming this way anyway. Now, any spiders that decide to walk up the lanes closer to your walls, they, of course, are going to get DST'd just right in the face. There's no doubt about it. And why on earth has that gen not been targeted yet by this DST? Maybe it's a little out of his range. Or no, there it goes. He's getting it now. And gen down. And that one remaining, another thing that you can do with that is if you do need some sort of a distraction, you can throw in a 1DU Arcane Barrier really anywhere. You could throw something in like out on the end of that, and that would be a little spider and ogre snotball magnet. You could throw one up top on top up there, and that would aggro spiders and ogre snotballs as well. And you see our collection of spiders is starting to grow already, and you see that DST over on that side taking a few pot shots, burning a few of them off. But the spiders are they're the real deal. They're coming, and they're coming in numbers. There's just no doubt there. We're going to have to burn down these delphs here since they chased me back this way. And let's just kind of get back to our perch and just chillax it out here and watch it all happen. Now, we do have an ogre over there. You see it's got 9 million health, and we're just not going to intervene, just going to let it burn. The combination of the explosive trap, the inferno trap, plus that DST plugging into it, is without question going to burn that ogre before I have any issues. As you see, my wall health is just barely dropped now, and that ogre is actually below half. So GG there. Same thing with this ogre. Now, we are standing right here, so we can always take some shots into him. However, that ogre will die as well. You just have to wait it out. Now, mixed mode, of course, we've got this massive amount of skellies, which can be a huge pain in the butt. So that's something to always look out for sure, as if you get a bunch of skellies out there, they're going to keep respawning, so you might as well help out your defenses and clear them a little bit. You don't have to, but the map is going to run quicker if you contribute. So let's go ahead and clear out some of these packs of all of these skellies here. They are intense for sure. What we're going to do now after this wave expires is we'll go ahead and go around, and I'm not going to use all the mana, but I'm just going to throw one upgrade on basically everything. I'm not going to upgrade the gas traps, I won't upgrade the ensnare aura, but everything else will just get one upgrade. Now, of course, you've got all of that remaining mana to get things jacked all up, so if you're lower stats, you're going to have plenty of mana to get all of your stuff upgraded to where you want it. You won't be able to get all the way, everything on the map all the way upgraded with the Wave 24 start, but you'll be able to get everything that's important fully upgraded, and that's, you know, that of course is really what matters. We got 220 beds left. The explosive trap is getting pretty thin over on that side. Some explosive trap upgrades would have been something definitely suggested as well, just to get through this first wave. Now, there's going to be a bunch of mana on the ground, so even if you spend all of that starting mana, you're going to have an absolute ton to spend on this wave as well, finishing everything off. Mage is down. We're down to 50 mobs. I mean, how many of them are skellies at this point? Not skellies, spiders. Let's clear out some of these spiders. What I normally do if I'm not on a DPS hero is I will shoot them and kite them back up this lane to the DSTs. And of course, once they're at the DSTs, then the DST will take some shots. So let's go ahead and upgrade everything once, except the ensnare and except the gas trap. So explosive trap, strength drain, inferno. We'll get the wall up. We're not going to need all this mana, but we'll do the exact same thing over here. So 1 upgrade on all of the goodies. Let's go ahead and throw 1 on this DST. And then we'll throw 1 on our Perch DST that we're standing on as well. Now, you can also, remember, not use DSTs, use like some Flame Burst Towers on the outside of the maps like this. And that's going to free up a little extra DU, where if you want to, you can just throw some explosive traps around the core, and they will handle those spiders for you without any issue. So it should be GG's here. We'll just kind of let it pop off, and should have no issues. Now, this particular map is one of the easiest survival, mixed mode, or pure strategy maps to do. So this one, you can really set up AFK builds like crazy. Now, it is on the lower end. It's only the second map on Act 1, so it has a very low loot modifier as far as Nightmare Hardcore goes. Although you will see some decent Nightmare starter loot here, that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be Nightmare starter loot. So use this map as a stepping stone to get up into the Act 3 maps, and that's where you're going to get the loot. Of course, ideally, you'll be grinding Glitter Helm, Nightmare Hardcore, Survival, Mixed Mode, or Pure Strategy, and that will easily give you the power to go right into Massacre Mode from there. Then, of course, as far as like giraffe farming goes, Glitter, Nightmare Hardcore, Mixed Mode would be the giraffe farm map. That would be the map you would want to use to farm out any giraffe pets. But looking good, just a matter of waiting for everything to come out and die. We've got what? We're coming up on close to a third of them down here. We've got a few more to go here to get that number. You see we've got another ogre coming out on the far side, 9 million health. We should have another ogre popping out over here before too long. That ogre on the far side, once again, I am just going to ignore, as it's just going to get hammered, and you see it is getting plugged away by that DST. Even just at tier 2 without being on my apprentice, coming in over 300,000 damage pretty easily. So, and it looks like our second ogre is going to be over on that side as well, which the first one's just about down, so perfect timing. As soon as the first ogre drops, then I think all that will be over there is a few trash mobs and that second ogre, until the next wave pops out, of course. Just gonna sit here and spray into these bads just to make things go a little quicker. Like I said, if you want to, by all means, AFK it out. But if you're more focused on time, then AFK is probably not the way to go. These mages, of course, can be quite frustrating too with the spawn camp builds. So on mixed mode, you're going to have large groups of mages. You're going to want to burn those out for sure. As far as the melee mobs, the orcs and the goblins and everything, you can just really ignore them for the most part. The infernos and explosive traps will certainly burn through those baddies. So coming up on that 400 mob mark, we are making progress. That second ogre still is not dead over there, but it's down to 2 million health now. And you can see by the yellow bar, it is getting it's getting burned. It is indeed getting burned. So 300 left. It looks like our explosive traps are going to hold out through the run, and will get us a starter version of a Nightmare Hardcore Giraffe. Now remember, even though it is a starter tier Nightmare Hardcore map, you can still get decent loot here. It's not going to be spectacular loot. It's not going to be best loot in game, but it's going to be some loot that you can use as a stepping stone to get you into the sweet spot as far as loot farming goes. And what, we're coming up on 100 beds now. We've got all these skellies out here now that are just going to keep respawning over and over. So let's put the pain into those guys. The triple threat is doing wonders here on my Huntress. 50 mobs left, and I'm guessing they are probably spiders. So let's rinse and repeat. As I mentioned earlier, if I wasn't if I wasn't on a DPS here, I'm one-shotting them, so that makes it a little bit tougher. But say I was on an apprentice that couldn't one-shot them, I can just shoot them, and that will lure them back this way, and then the DST will take some pot shots. So there we go. There is Ancient Mines Nightmare Hardcore Mix Mode, Wave 24 start, and what kind of a giraffe? Not a great giraffe, that's for sure. But anyway, that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe. And I will make my way through all of these mixed mode maps and get you some Wave 24 start builds if you don't have one already. So thank you all once again, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.